Welcome to another episode of Technical Earth Syndicate, where we inspire, inform, and entertain you. I'm Michael Buffington.
I'm Chris Stewart.
This is episode 18. 18, holy crap, Chris.
Yeah, we're getting pretty high up in there.
Yeah, soon we'll have to have a party on episode 20 whenever we get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun. We've had a couple guests. We've had a lot of stuff happen with the show recently, so it's pretty cool. And you guys listening, if you didn't know, we're doing special October stuff for YouTube. We're uploading a bunch of crazy game videos and everything like that.
Yeah, we've got a couple of Left 4 Dead videos, some comedy gold in the last one we just put up. Check it out if you haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, yeah. And then the newest one that you guys will have to check out, it's coming out this Thursday, was this episode will already be aired by then, but Limbo. So that's a cool gameplay trailer. We got plenty of stuff coming the rest of this month, but let's go ahead and get started with the show, man. All right, overview of the show. We got topic attack. We got subscription fees of digital content to talk about. We're going to discuss that. And then with Alan's Tech Corner, we're going to do stem cell research with Chris.
Yeah, some really exciting news with that.
Woohoo. And then we have, of course, TES news with all the little goodies. And we're going to be talking about the War Z beta and PS Plus stuff. And a new show called Battlefield Bad Company, the TV show. That's what they're calling it. So it's going to be a pretty fun show.
Commencing Operation Topic Attack.
All right. Well, today for Topic Attack, we're talking about subscription fees of digital content, games, online, and entertainment. Now, I'm trying to be very, very nice right here because I've had some run-ins this past week with some subscription problems with certain companies, but
bit of an understatement.
But I want to talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of subscription fees. And there's a lot of good with it. And we've been having to deal with subscription fees for a very, very long time, especially with us being gamers, playing Xbox, and playing MMORPGs and stuff like that. Now, recently, I haven't had much time to play in my Xbox, and I've had no really point to play it other than maybe Call of Duty every once in a while and that kind of stuff. So I mainly stick to my PC, which all I have to do is pay for my cable modem. And Chris, you do the same thing pretty much. You know? Recently with Xbox, I've just been steadily declining on playing, the system itself, and I feel like the subscription fee is actually a waste of my time now. And I started kind of thinking to myself, and this is my own opinion, and a lot of you people probably still like Xbox Live and you think you're getting a good deal with it, but Chris and I have every system pretty much, except for the Wii now. We're going to be getting the Wii U later on, but every system, including PC, is free online play for the most part. Xbox has still kept up with that. It's just, you pay, how much is it, like a month, $7 a month? And
yeah, it's something like that. I think you can get it like a year for
60,
something like that, 60.
Right, and it's supposed to offer you a lot of like perks like party chat and exclusive deals and everything like that. And then PlayStation Plus, they have a subscription fee, which is actually a pretty cool one that I do like, is PlayStation Plus, which, Chris, you're currently enrolled in that right now.
Yes. At first, when it was first coming out, it didn't seem like such a great deal to me. But then after E3 this year, they started putting out the instant game collection where you get a free game, and they've been kind of rotating which games come out like every few weeks, like during the month, and
right.
It's becoming a much better deal. I've got like 10 free games since that came out that I still have in my console that I haven't even touched yet. But
and that's $50 a year, and PlayStation, as everyone knows, it is a free online play, no party chat or anything like that because they never set up their system to do that. But it offers that little subscription fee offers any user to get great deals like discounts, free games. What else? They're pretty much those two. It's pretty much you pay $50 for the year and you get free games and you get exclusive discounts. Like I remember I bought what was it, Infamous 2's Blood Harvest, whatever DLC. I bought that for $5 when it was normally 9, and I get to keep it even though I'm not a PlayStation Plus member anymore.
Yeah.
So just little benefits like that they do. Xbox, on the other hand, they charge you for online gaming, which is, like I said, is the only console doing that. I did like it. Chris and I used to play Gears of War and all those kind of games together, Halo and whatnot. But as time goes on, there really haven't been getting too many exclusives, so I haven't been drawn into Xboxes more. More.
Yeah, I'm
more
kind
than
of
I
the
want
same.
to.
Like more or less, my Xbox has kind of turned into a Netflix box. I've barely gamed on it at all lately.
But here's the killer thing that kind of makes me a little angry with how Microsoft's running their company right now. Not trying to be overly bitter, is they offer, well, you get gold, and you get to use Netflix and Hulu and Amazon and everything. You can use those on your PC or your Apple TV or your Google TV or whatever. Those media boxes all for free.
Same with PS3
and PS3 as well. Or you could just hook up your computer or a laptop up to your TV and just do all that, no problem. And that's why I don't really like what Microsoft's doing. They at least should give them media content. If you're going to pay for online gaming, they need to have extra perks and everything. And I know I'm a little late talking about this, but I've been paying for gold since, God, when did Xbox come out? 2006?
Yeah.
I've been paying for gold since then, and I've now kind of just like backed off of my Xbox because, yeah, their Netflix has a little bit different with the Kinect controls, and you do kind of pay for that kind of stuff. But why is Microsoft charging so much money just for being online when everyone else is doing it for free?
Yeah. I don't know if it's just me. Like maybe you guys can comment on our YouTube video or whatever and kind of tell us your experience with it. But with PS3, I tried to use Netflix and Hulu, and it seemed like the connection wasn't as good as it was on the Xbox. Like, I think they're like one of their big selling points or whatever with why they were charging for Xbox Live Gold was that they have kind of a better connection, I guess. Like
kind of
like with PS3, like sometimes we'll have problems connecting to games, but but like with Netflix and stuff, it'll take a little bit longer to buffer and load stuff up than it does on the Xbox, and then the quality will kind of drop a little bit as well.
See, but the quality on PlayStation 3 for my Netflix, the quality it's not great. I mostly use my Apple TV or my LG TV with Netflix built already into it, and it looks just like the Xbox copy of it.
Yeah.
I do like on Xbox, like, the Kinect, Xbox next episode, whatever, that kind of crap. That's fun and all, but I feel like it's a ripoff paying for Xbox just to get features like Netflix and Hulu on there when everyone else is kind of going free based. And if you really want the best quality, you hook up your computer up to your TV with HD, support and everything like that, and it looks beautiful.
Unfortunately, that's not really a viable option for most people.
Well, a lot of people have laptops, though, and they're able to, do that. And most families now have media boxes somewhere in their home, whether it's an Xbox, PlayStation, or just a normal one like Google TV or Apple TV. And I want to, or Rokia and all those other ones. I think a lot of people have been picking up Rokias because they're cheap.
Yeah. I've actually been looking into one of those myself. It's a Roku HD or something.
Yeah. They're pretty cool, and those streaming boxes are meant for media only. With Xbox, with their subscription fees, I feel like I'm getting decent quality, and most of the servers are well maintained and stuff like that. Here's kind of an experience I had with their support team, and I know most people won't care about this, but I don't like having my credit card on devices. Chris, are you the same way? Do you not really like having your credit card on all your media digital devices that can be hacked into and stuff like that?
Like back when Sony had their whole thing last year with getting hacked, and I was a little bit worried about it, but everywhere else, I don't really have a problem usually.
With Sony, a year before that actually happened, I got hacked into my account. Someone found out my password and everything like that, and they charged $130 50 something odd dollars onto my account.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember you telling me about that. It was
yeah, and that's where I got kind of flaky about this stuff. And sometimes I have my my credit card on Xbox. Most of the time I did, to buy stuff and whatnot. But if you buy Xbox Gold, their subscription, they lock your credit card on there so you can never remove it. So that I'm afraid of actually getting taken advantage by hackers and stuff like that, especially with all the reports that Xbox users has been having with people stealing accounts and selling them and stuff like that. They have their credit card information on there, and it's kind of scary. And that's why I kind of want to take it off. But when you buy Xbox Gold, the digital, you can buy it in stores and you won't have this issue. But if you buy it on the store, on the digital store, they lock you in and they will not let you take your credit card off. And you have to talk to an Xbox Live member, and they give you hell just to take it off. And that's why I was kind of upset this week about this. It was more or less the support that Xbox is handling with trying to keep their current subscribers on by keeping their credit cards on and whatnot, and making sure that maybe you didn't turn off that auto renew thing,
Yeah.
It's kind of like those magazine scams that are like, oh, you have to cancel, but you have to call us, and it takes 5 hours just to contact us, that kind of stuff.
And then you have to talk to an Indian guy who can't speak English very well.
It's not profile, Chris. But overall, my experience of Xbox recently has been going rather downhill. I don't like how they're running that, and the guy was actually trying. I had a month left on my Xbox Gold account. He tried to actually say that I wasn't allowed to have that back, even though I was a month and some change of my Gold subscription.
Yeah, haven't you been able to have them put it on a code to do it later?
Normally that's what they do, yeah. And the guy did do that, but I had to say, listen, I've done this every single time, and your support's always done it for the most part. But I've done this 4 times, and 1 out of the 4 times I've done it, they actually did it correctly and didn't argue with me and say, oh, you need to keep your credit card on there and you need to make sure you pay for your Gold. But it's a gigantic hassle with that company with subscription fees. Yeah. Now, Gold, we have seldom issues, not many. We have sometimes we have chat difficulties. Like Chris goes in and out of chat sometimes, or I do with him, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and it seems like their chat servers are good, but it's nothing that's big. Most people actually just use the game chat servers for the most part.
Yeah,
mattering if it's hosted by the company. But I don't know. You guys definitely tell us what your opinion is, whether you like subscription fees on Xbox, or do you prefer them on consoles or whatever. I don't prefer them on consoles at all. I'm livid about that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't really have a problem with it for most of the time, but with PS3 coming up in the game, it's just like, it's starting to seem like it's not really worth it to pay for Gold anymore.
Yeah,
because you get so much more with PS3 Plus, because with the free games and you get early access to betas and what have you, it just seems like a better deal.
And as we progress on, we're going to be seeing less and less companies. Nintendo said no subscription fee. They're going to have like a PlayStation Plus type thing on the Wii U, but they said there's going to be no subscription fee for online play, and we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah,
but like what their quality is and whatnot, because PlayStation's quality is decent at most. It's not as good as Xbox, but it's decent, because Chris and I have ran into so many issues. I think that's mostly based off of the companies hosting games like Capcom. We normally have more issues of Capcom fighting games than we do anything else. Everything else is usually pretty good. More subscription fee kind of stuff is like we talked about Hulu Plus and Netflix. Those are legit. It's TV show subscriptions,
Yeah.
If you don't have cable, I recommend getting that kind of stuff. Now, Chris, I know you've never been a huge MMO player.
Yeah, I played WoW on and off for a long time, and then I picked up Guild Wars 2.
But the main thing is you pay $15 for a subscription fee.
Right.
For a lot of MMOs like Star Wars or everything. But honestly, for me, I played a lot of WoW back in the day and Fall Fantasy, and I played it every single day, so it was a little worthwhile to me.
And you played a lot of EverQuest too, didn't you?
Right, EverQuest too. And I paid for month out of month. I've probably spent way too much money paying for online games. But there's sections out of it that I just stopped playing it, and I feel like I'm wasting my money, you
Right.
know. And they kind of they don't really lock you into it, but they don't let you hold your account, you know, if you have leftover time on or anything like that. I wish more companies did that if they're going to do subscription fees.
Yeah.
But WoW's still doing it. They let you level, I think, to level 20 for free or whatever. Every MMO is still doing it, but the one, you know, you guys have probably already heard us talking about this. The one company that took away that was NCSoft with the original Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. And they just basically made sure that you kept, you know, microtransactions, but not bad microtransactions like expansion packs and character model vanity items and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies, MMO companies, are starting to do that now. Actually, they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Yeah, Star Wars, it started out with the $15 a month subscription, but they're slowly moving into the free to play thing. I think they're actually starting to do that either next month or December. I'm not entirely sure. It'll be like by the end of this year, though.
I hope it's next month. I actually wouldn't mind playing again as long as I don't have to pay right now.
Yeah, and that was like the main thing. That's why I stopped playing Star Wars, is because the game is great. Like I want to finish the stories on all the characters I have started, but I just don't have the time to sit and play an MMO for a long time, because right now I'm working night shifts, and it's just not practical to pay the $15 a month if I'm not going to be able to sit and play it at all hours of the day.
And this is where the main thing, I'm not trying to ramble on about subscription fees, which that's what it kind of sounds like in this. This is where the main reason why I want to start up this conversation is subscription fees are caving in completely for its fans. And maybe not all the fans, but a majority of them. The economy is going down. Many people don't have to work extra jobs, so they don't have time to do that just because they got to keep up with their families and whatnot, or themselves. And the companies are seeing that more and more people are dropping out of these games. I mean, WoW went from, what are they had like 15 million, and they're down to like 8 million, I guess. You know, that's
I think they just recently jumped up to like back over 20 million, but because of the expansion, but I don't think that's going to last very long.
Yeah. Guild Wars population, I think, is, you know, a few million right now. I guess it's building up, but actually I don't even know what the population is on that game. I know it's pretty big.
Yeah.
But we're seeing like these subscription based things, not with the TV companies. I think those will always be there, but we're seeing this with game consoles and video games and stuff like that. That we're gonna see it go away mystically overnight. Maybe not with Xbox. Maybe with the new what's Xbox's code name, Durango, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see that because if they keep up Xbox Live fees on that system, they're going to be dooming themselves, in my opinion. I know people will pay for it, but more people are going to see that they don't need subscription fees. I already have seen a few friends of mine that were console gamers, hardcore console gamers, that are now switching over to Steam for PC because games are cheaper, one, and two, no subscription fee, and all you have to do is pay for your internet.
Yeah.
And you get achievements and voice chat, and you get online hosting and stuff like that, all for a better, you know, price in their opinion, you know, because of the games they buy. And they also got a bunch of free games that you can just play. So
yeah, there's also a lot of people who just don't want to pay a subscription fee no matter what. Like a few of my friends at work, I've been trying to convince them to get the PlayStation Plus because of the free games, but they're like, "Oh, but it's not really free. You know, why would you pay this much just to be able to do this?" It's the same thing with, you know, MMO subscription fees.
It's worth it if you're a major PlayStation 3 player, I think. And if you're sitting there on your PlayStation playing it for a long time, every single day, you don't have a gaming PC, and you're just playing that, it's definitely worth it. Or if you're just wanting to play some of their free games they have on there, it's worth it too. Yeah, honestly.
Each their own, though.
Yeah, I would actually like to pick up PlayStation Plus again, but the problem is, I'm such a PC junkie, I hardly touch my consoles half the time. And maybe that'll change when the Wii U comes out, but my PlayStation, I normally just play single-player games and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of other people play the multiplayer games and stuff like that, so it might be more worthwhile to do PlayStation Plus on there. But But let us know what you guys think in our comments or email us. So,
Alan's Tech Corner.
All right, some awesome news with stem cell research this week. The Nobel Prize for Medicine and Physiology was just awarded to John Gurdon and Shinya Yamanaka for their work on stem cell research. Now, John Gurdon, a long time ago, he took some genetic information from the intestines of a frog, and he placed that into a frog egg, and that created a clone, and it eventually kind of developed into a normal tadpole.
huh?
And then later on down the line in 1996, they used the same technique to make Dolly the sheep, which everyone knows is the first cloned mammal. Now, Shinya Yamanaka, he went a different direction. He took, instead of taking the genetic information and putting it in an egg, he added 4 genes to skin cells, and that turned them into stem cells, which those can be used to pretty much do whatever you want with them. You can make them into specialized cells. And what they want to do with this is, like, they want to use a sample of a person's skin to make stem cells, which in turn can be used to, like, repair the heart after a heart attack, or if you've got Alzheimer's disease, it'll, like, kind of reverse that whole the progress of that.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so really cool stuff going on. And Sir Mark Walport, the director of the Wellcome Trust, which is an independent charity, they fund research for medicine and animal health and that kind of thing.
Mm.
But he had this to say about it. He says, their work has created the field of regenerative medicine, which has the potential to transform the lives of patients with conditions such as Parkinson's, stroke, and diabetes. This is a wonderfully well-deserved Nobel Prize, and I completely agree with it.
Right, definitely. Wow, now stem cell research has just been, everyone's heard of it, but they've never really the general public really hasn't acknowledged it. They've heard good and bad things because do you remember the whole stem cell research scare where they were saying they were taking aborted fetuses and stuff like that? Yeah. And then they quickly, said, no, that's not what we're doing with this. And,
Yeah, it's mostly, not to knock on religious people, but it's like a lot of it I seen was, overly religious people talking about, oh, it's spitting in the face of God and that kind of thing. But,
right.
So much like diseases and stuff can be fixed with stem cells. It's just, and this is going to kind of give that the jump start that it needs, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially if there's a lot of, diseases going around, like, or, heart failure and everything like that, and Alzheimer's. It's just, man, if it can fix that, that would be wonderful, because we've been looking for cures for a very, very long time,
And then there's also the possibility of, clones down the line.
Right.
I think it's just a matter of time before we reach immortality via transferring our brains into clones of ourselves.
They have movies about those things for the clones revolt because they're, what was that called? The Island, I think it is.
Is that what that was? I never actually saw that movie.
Yeah, they were harvesting clones, organs and everything for the rich people. It was a pretty dark film. Let's hope that doesn't happen, though.
Tune in next time when we ask the question, would you have sex with a clone of yourself and does it make you gay? The answers may surprise you.
TES News.
We're always talking about Valve, but, like we said, there's always new stuff coming out from them. Yeah. But now they're looking for play testers. They want people to get in touch with them, mostly people in the Seattle and Bellevue area, but they want people to test out either released and unreleased games, but they're also looking at hardware prototypes for testing.
Ooh, yeah. So that might be cool. So if you're in the Seattle area, you might want to look that up. So
even if you're not, they have a survey on their website that you can fill out, because they could be doing remote play tests later on. And currently it's only in the US, but they're planning for international support later on. But the survey page, you go to valvesoftware.com/gamersurvey.php?action=survey. It's a long little page there, but you can probably Google it as well.
Awesome. That's great news.
Yeah, I've already put in for that, so
I'll have to do it next time.
Yeah.
All right, good riddance, Microsoft points. Microsoft is phasing out Microsoft points for Windows 8's launch. And as you know, Windows 8 is actually connected with Xbox 360 a little bit, I guess the messaging and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Xbox 360 could follow in the next dashboard update in the coming month. Now, I'm actually in that beta, and I haven't seen anything with it alluding to it, but there's still more updates to come. So,
Yeah, nothing official yet, but I'm crossing my fingers because I hate Microsoft points.
yeah, definitely, it'll keep the confusing matters, especially for anybody that's part of a family, like a kid or whatever, to know how much what an object is in the store. So
yeah. The Unfinished Swan, I think, was a pretty big game with E3 this year. It's I watched the trailer for it. It's kind of a weird looking game. It's like the entire world is just completely white, but you throw blobs of ink around to kind of reveal the area, and it's kind of like a maze. I guess you're looking for like a swan that escaped a painting or something. Artsy indie stuff. But that game's coming out on PSN this month for $14.99 on October 21st or 23rd, sorry. But if you're a PS Plus subscriber, you can get it early. It'll be out on October 16th.
Oh, nice. And is that going to be at a discount too?
I'm not sure if it's a discount, actually.
Sometimes they do discounts. Oh,
I think you just get it earlier. But speaking of PlayStation Plus, bit of an update on the free games for this month. Earlier, they brought out NFL Blitz and the single-player campaign for Starhawk.
Woo!
Yeah. This week, they brought out King of Fighters 13, which I'm actually a pretty big fan of the King of Fighters series. The DLC for that is 30% off as well. And this week, I'm not sure if it's Europe only. I haven't seen it yet, but it might have just taken a little bit to update. But Bulletstorm and the Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition are coming out this week as well.
For free?
For free. And the Gold Edition, most people probably know it comes with all the DLC that came out with the extra story bits, and it has the move controls as well, which I'm pretty excited to try out.
I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Told you.
It's all good.
Binding of Isaac is coming out with a new retail version called the Most Unholy Edition. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome game. It's got, what do you call them, roguelike elements, I guess. It's kind of like random generated dungeons. Kind of plays like Zelda a little bit with the dungeons, but a lot of fun. Damn hard game, too. But this retail version includes the Wrath of the Lamb DLCs. It added like 50 new weapons and more bosses, levels, all kinds of stuff. But it comes with an extra Steam key, soundtrack, 40-page art book, and a poster.
Well, maybe Chris can record some Binding of Isaac on our YouTube channel.
I'm planning on it, but I'm using Fraps for my recording, and Fraps doesn't like that game for some reason. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it.
Well, try it again, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, well, Mass Effect Dawn of the Reapers is a fan mod created for Sins of the Solar Empire. Was just released, I guess?
Yeah, I think it was earlier this year. It just came out.
Well, cool. I'll have to actually check into that. Oh, and for information on that, we're just announcing it. Oh, it's to be determined right now.
Oh, is it not actually out yet?
I think it is not out yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool, though. They pretty much replaced the entire, like even the UI is modded to make it look more like Mass Effect. It looks pretty cool. I think you play as the Alliance, and then I think there's a Reaper faction as well, and then Cerberus. So looks pretty cool. But for all you Mass Effect collectors, I'm actually really tempted to get this myself. It's a Sovereign statue of the Reaper enemy from the first game. It's an 18.5-inch tall statue, and there's only going to be 1,000 of these made. But they're going to come with a code for multiplayer items, but unfortunately, that's only for Xbox and the PC version. Nothing. PS3 doesn't seem to be getting any love with Mass Effect. I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh, they never got the original Mass Effect one, so.
Well, they will with the trilogy coming out this year.
And whenever that comes out for a PlayStation.
Yeah, and even they're getting gimped a little bit with some of the DLC with it.
Recommendation: if you want to start playing Mass Effect anytime soon, get it on PC. It's awesome on PC.
Anyway, this statue, it's for how big it is, and it's not that bad for it. It costs $350. But I've seen smaller things that cost more than that.
Right.
Like, I think the Final Fantasy VII statues was like Cloud and Sephiroth cost like $500 a piece, and you could join them together or something. But for 18.5 inches, that's not too bad, and the detail is really good on it. Like it's got on the base, it has like a ruined kind of city on it that kind of shows the scale of Sovereign. So it's pretty cool. I don't have enough room in my house for it, but I really want it. But it's $350, but you have to go on the BiowareStore.com and you put down a $100 deposit, and then you pay the rest later on. And these are expected to ship in June next year.
Cool. All right. Well, Battlefield Bad Company, supposedly going to be getting. I can't stop laughing about this. Sorry, guys. Sorry if you guys are big Battlefield fans. I'm a Battlefield fan, but not the storyline. Anyway, Battlefield Bad Company is going to be a action comedy TV series. Is going to be on Fox, written by John. What is it, John
Eisendreth.
Okay. Writer and executive producer of Alias. So if anybody familiar with Alias, it could actually be good. We'll see, but I'm a little worrisome, on it.
It could turn out to be awesome, but knowing Fox, it'll probably get canceled after one season.
Yeah, most likely.
So the War Z is coming out pretty soon. The beta is going to be starting on October 31st for people who have pre-ordered the game. And there's a few different packages for that. They have the Pioneer package, which comes at a launch price of $29.99, and it's going to be regularly $50. With that, you get alpha access on October 15th, so you get to play a little bit earlier. You get $15 of in-game currency and server hosting for a month. And you get 3 guest keys, so you can bring people with you for the beta on the 31st when that comes out. They have the Legend package, which costs launch price of $49.99, normally $69.99. You get alpha access with that, and then you get $30 of in-game currency, server hosting for 6 months, 3 guest keys, and then on the leaderboards in the chat, you get your survivor name highlighted, I guess, to kind of point out that you give more money, I guess. But if you don't want to deal with all that and you just want to play the beta, you can get the Survivor package, which comes at a launch price of $19.49, and it's going to be normally $29.99. And with that, you only get the beta access. You don't get the in-game currency or the keys or any of that.
Now, is this going to be a free-to-play game?
I'm not entirely sure.
Because this sounds like, I don't know, it sounds like you're buying the game plus all the extra stuff, but it's saying like extra, I don't know, whatever, currency and stuff like that. It makes me believe it's a free-to-play one.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it is, because it seems like it's just kind of, I don't want to say it's a knockoff of DayZ, because they could have been well in development before DayZ even came out, but it seems kind of the same premise.
Well, I know what I'm doing for this weekend.
What's that?
Packing, because I'm going on vacation.
I'm actually going to be packing too. We're going to be moving into a new house pretty soon, so we're going to be packing our house little by little.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately not going to be able to do too much this weekend. My mom's going to be coming into town, and we're going to be stopping by the pumpkin patch and stuff like that, but we're going to California.
Yeah, we're actually taking a big trip next month as well. We're going to Orlando for our 5th anniversary. So
now you're going to have listeners stalking you down.
Yeah, come and visit us in Disney, or don't.
I'll be in California. I'm not disclosing my location because you're not allowed to follow me.
But yeah, we're doing that for about a week, and then we're visiting the family for Thanksgiving, so it should be pretty fun.
Cool, yeah. All right, well, I want to let you guys know that, on the 31st, we're going to be doing a special Halloween episode, so make sure you check it out. So,
yep.
All right, well, that's the end of our show. You can follow us on Twitter. Mine is at mbufftes.
And as always, I'm at CStewTES.
All right, we're on Facebook, iTunes, and we're on Steam with our Steam group. All through this month of October, check out our YouTube channel again. There's some just cool game footage we have. Like, seriously, the last Left 4 Dead thing was so funny. So make sure you guys check that out. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll see you next time. We'd like to thank our sponsor, Emerald Coast Productions, for making this podcast happen. Also, if you have any comments, questions, or you'd like to be on our show, please email me at techearthsyndicate@gmail.com. And again, that is techearthsyndicate@gmail.com. Until next time, this is Technical Earth Syndicate signing off.